There are a couple of trees that have fallen down here, and this one that came down in the storms, they've had to cut off to clear the trail. So they cut it here, and they cut it over there. And it's neat, you can see the two big trunks here, but I want to show you something cool about the upper trunk that you would not know from the outside looking at it at the bark. You come to the cut end. So when you look at it and see the cut end, first it's like a really great face. But what you realize is that that upper trunk is actually two trunks or branches that fused together into one. Each one of them was separate and individual, and for a long time they lived as separate trunks with their own individual bark and separated from each other. And at some point they grew into each other and they merged and they fused into this one big trunk. And we'll have a chance later to talk about wood and about what wood is and about growth rings and annual rings. But just look at this. I can smell it from here. I know this is an oak by the smell. Red oak wood like this that's been cut freshly. I put my nose on it. Oh my gosh, it has such a distinctive smell, the smell of red oak. And so I just know that by my nose. And then if I look over here on these little branches on the side, and I come down here, I can see, oh yeah, there are those oak leaves that are confirming that's the oak, but I didn't need those leaves to know, I just need my nose. So we'll actually get a chance to talk a lot more about trees and about wood, but it's nice today out here at the Bryn Coed that we have a couple of oaks we can show you. We've talked a little bit about soybeans. I've got a field of soybeans here. All these beans just about ready for harvest, starting to turn brown, and a whole field of them. But we need to say a little bit about corn. And right next to the soybean field here, we got some corn. I'm going to start just by looking up top and seeing the tassels. You can see those tassels, those are the male flowers. Corn tassels are male flowers where the pollen was produced. The pollen's produced up high, and it rains down onto the female flowers, which are down lower on the stalk, what you would know as the ear. And so coming over here, I'm just going to show you an ear of corn. And here we've got one. And sitting out at the edge is the silk. Those silks are the remnants of the female flowers. Corn's a grass. Corn's got a lot of things that make it distinctive. It's a grass, it's a tropical grass, but also it's a human creation. Corn can't reproduce itself in nature. This cob of seeds are actually fruits surrounded by a husk, is unable to naturally fall off and regrow new corn plants. So corn requires human intervention to grow year after year. And as I said, it is a human invention. It's been bred and selected. There's no such thing as wild natural corn, but there is a wild grass that's probably one of corn's ancestors. And that's a grass called teosinte. So I just want you to get a sense for the thickness of the cornfield and the light in the corn, and the way you can look down the rows of corn. It's a good place to run away into a cornfield, make a quick escape.